it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown.
Baltimore.
Lamar Jackson, his second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Ravens have used the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. Well, Lamar Jackson remembers 7 rushing touchdowns in his MVP season of 2019, and he's into the end zone here as well.
And when you hear that 7 rushing touchdowns in 2019, doesn't it surprise you a little bit?
Yeah, you almost expect more, right?
Yeah, in your mind, you're thinking Lamar Jackson got in the end zone a bunch more. That might be what he does in 2020.
And able to get this out to the 25.
Take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. And in enemy territory last time through the interception. We'll see what they do on this drive.
Can't wait to see how it alters what they decide to do in play calling. Do they continue to throw the ball? Do they want to lean more on the running game? It'll be an interesting sequence of plays that they've got coming up.
Does it often affect the play calling with the interception? How much does that change what you do?
I think it does, depending on why the interception was thrown. Sometimes it's just a matter of the defense made a great play, so you continue to come back. But if it's on you, if the offense just doesn't have the confidence, if they're a little bit shaky, maybe try and take the pressure off and run the ball a little bit.
3 quarters have come and gone. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. They'll throw on first down with Roethlisberger. And he goes down. The Ravens able to get to him. Pernell McPhee always a threat to find the QB, and he gets to him there. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
You can tell they wanted to get that ball downfield, but they had nothing working in the secondary, so he dropped it off to the running back. That one ended up incomplete.
Now Ben on 3rd and long. And oh, he coughed it up, and it's picked up by the Ravens. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And this is going to be brought back for a Baltimore touchdown.
Baltimore.
This was a close game. They needed a little breathing room. Boy, they got it right there on that return for a touchdown.
Yeah, we would say that this could be huge. Forget it. It was huge. Gave him a comfortable lead.
Tucker able to connect on the extra point. And the lead now up to 14. And you can bet they're preaching 2 hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
25-yard line.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And they weren't on the sidelines for long, but I'll tell you what, I'm glad you and I weren't down there. We could hear them. The coaches from all the way up here, they were adamant. You've got to hold on to the football. And now a fumble. The ball's out.
Roethlisberger's pass complete. A fumble.
Call it luck or skill, whatever the case is. They're feeling good about just keeping the football there.
Yeah, the biggest thing that they're calling it now, our ball. I mean, they don't care if it was luck or skill or the panic that jumps up in your chest.
Now a loose football. The ball comes out, and it's picked up by the Ravens. And his guys will take over at the 30-yard line.
Fumble on the play.
There are 2 words that we hear coaches say all of the time. One starts with a B, one starts with an S, ball security.
And they preach it. They have it up in meeting rooms, right? You see the signs. They talk about it all the time. But still, when you got defenders out there who are preaching, hey, we're going to take the ball away from you, no matter what position you play, you got to take care of the rock.
And a nice move will yield nothing as he's stopped behind the line.
Tackled back at the 30-yard line.
Jackson going to run. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the keeper, and it's going to bring up a 4th down.
Justin Tucker on for the field goal. A 47-yard attempt.
And they're going to fake it. He wants to throw it here. And all the gamble fails. It's incomplete. They pass up the 3, fake it, doesn't work. And this Steeler defense able to come up with a stop. So Ben Roethlisberger and the offense down by 2 touchdowns, 2:19 to play. Setting up the screen, this is Samuels. 7 yards there on the first down screen play.
Complete to Jalen Samuels.
2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports.
At the 37-yard line.
So the Steelers with the football as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Now a pass that's taken in by Smith-Schuster. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. That one good for a first down pickup of 18 yards. Hit as he throws there, incomplete.
But that's what you're looking for when you're wanting to throw the ball downfield. You want one of those guys who can play out on the perimeter, can play out wide, who can not only get open, but when they're covered, can uncover themselves downfield and create catches.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. From the gun, it's Roethlisberger. That one into the hands of his tailback, Samuels. And he's got this down a yard or 2 shy of the 40 before he's out of bounds. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
Brings up 3rd and 6.
To throw again is Roethlisberger. He's got a man open. It's Chase Claypool. And the defense not able to get it. From a defensive perspective, what's that moment like when you realize the ball is loose?
It is a moment where all concentration goes right to the football. This is something you've talked about in all your preparation for the game. And you probably talked about since training camp. Knock the ball.
And this is caught now for a late touchdown. So hold everything here. This one's not over yet.
Touchdown.
Okay, game on. Don't go anywhere yet. You got a 1-score game now. Probably going to rely on the onside kick coming up.
Yeah, they have to. It's not a high percentage play, but it's better than not having a chance at all. And that's when you put your leapers and your flyers on one side, get that high hop, and hope that one of the guys can come up with it.
And on the other side, you get that hands team ready.
No doubt about it.
And who's got it? I think the Ravens do, yes. And they're going to win this football game. Well, 4th quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
This is Ingram on 1st and 10. And he was able to shed 1 tackle but could not get away from there. The Steelers signal for the 2nd of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 seconds to go in the game. And look at this, the punt team is out there. Somebody better give them the memo that it's 2nd down. And he'll get this away into the icy winter air. And this is going to carry well into the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 20-yard line.
And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field. 1 possession game, time very much a factor. How does the offense handle this situation?
Well, in a lot of cases, they should be somewhat relaxed. And I know that's counterintuitive because this is a pressure situation. But this is Friday practice every week of the season. You go over this situation, having to go downfield, limited timeouts, got to get out of bounds and keep the drive going and set yourself up. Defensively, you can't just lay back and let them do whatever they want. So it is a cat and mouse deal here. How much pressure will the defense bring and how much pressure can the offense handle?
We're going to find out. Now the Steelers going to use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in the game. From the 26, they'll line up on 2nd and 4. Roethlisberger to throw. Completion here to Claypool. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages.
1st and 10 at the 46-yard line.
Back to throw. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And this is incomplete with a clock showing just 3 seconds left. Eric Ebron, the big tight end, is intended target. That'll bring up second down. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. One last shot for Roethlisberger. Over the middle, hauled in by Smith-Schuster. And he's in for the touchdown with the clock reading 000. And the extra point, if they hit it, will send this thing to overtime.
Well, there's no doubt they just seized the momentum with that one. They can go ahead and kick the extra point here and ride that home wave on into overtime.
Extra point put through by Boswell. And here in overtime, if the team that receives the ball scores a touchdown, it's over. If they don't, we can still have some more football.
That's exactly right. If they go down and kick a field goal, the other team gets a possession to either match it or score a touchdown to win the ball game. If both teams kick field goals, the next team to score wins. But if the receiving team throws a pick six or fumbles the ball and it gets picked up by the defense and they score, the game is over at that point.
Takes it at the 7. And he is out of bounds as they'll start up past the 30.
1st and 10 at their own 33-yard line.
Now the Baltimore offense heading back out onto the field. They're set for their first drive here in overtime, and this is where the crowd can really become a factor.
They've had to battle it all day, but I know what you're saying. In overtime, that gets doubled, doesn't it? At least, because now the crowd really wants to be involved and help their team, and that first drive can dictate the whole thing because they know if this team takes it downfield and scores a touchdown, it's game over.
It's been loud in here so far. Oh, and it's intercepted. Joe Hayden, the veteran, with a pick. And to the 40-yard line, that's where the return stops.
Jackson.
A costly mistake here in OT.
And you know what they say, when you throw an interception like that in overtime, you don't usually get a chance to throw a second one. I mean, I'm not sure the analytics on it. Let's ask Marvin, our statistician, to ring that down for us. That's typically how coaches and teams feel about it. If you throw one, you likely cost yourself the game.
Juju Smith-Schuster, the intended receiver, but it'll be 2nd down.
Marcus Peters on the coverage.
Now it's Roethlisberger. Now Ben hit, and he lost the football. It's loose.
Lamar Jackson.
Much like a running back going through the line, quarterbacks have to be aware of protecting the football as well. He left it exposed that time, wound up having it knocked free, but fortunately, had an alert teammate who was able to get it.
Throwing middle, and it's complete. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. And the Ravens have got it.
Roethlisberger's pass complete.
And my, how the tables have turned. They had a chance inside the red zone, punch that thing in and end it. Now we're going the other way.
And it's real easy to just look at them and say, boy, what an error, what a mistake you made. But how about the defense coming up huge? Let's give them a little bit of credit, keeping their team in the game, because if they score a touchdown there, it's game over.
Jackson.
And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. A nice job there on the escape and scramble. A 1st down, a 16-yard gain. He's going deep for Brown. It's caught inside the 25.
Jackson's pass.
A huge play there in overtime. 41 yards.
The dynamic duo is doing damage in this one, and they've certainly been on point throughout. And they hook up again for another big play.
On 1st and 10, it's Jackson. And this will be caught. It's a touchdown. And absolute stunned silence here as they have come in and stolen this one in overtime.